Keisha Collins. Let's hear it for Jensen and
Anybody?
oh.
Hello. Yeah, mine's on.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello? Am I on?
Not really?
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me in the back?
Hello?
There's a reason.
Jesus, take the wheel.
You have to use your microphone, Lisa.
This microphone's not working.
This microphone.
If you would just go off stage, that'd be great. Thank you.
Security?
Is mine working? Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
you're
sounds great.
working.
God, what a nightmare. I thought only Mark had a microphone, and it was like, we're all going to be actually in hell up here. That's what it was like in hell.
Yes.
Liverpool,
Only
hear it
crowd
one more
that
time
has
for this
microphone.
amazing cast of characters.
So what? Is it 1 point if you hit them and 2 points if you hit them?
Pretty much, yeah. That's how it goes.
Amazing.
Well, just a quick question for me. I know you guys have been lined up ready for your questions, but guys, it's so great to have you here. Thank you for being here to make memories with us here in Liverpool. Let's go down the line. How has Comic-Con been treating you so far?
So far, so good. Never been to Liverpool before. Not quite sure why, because the place is great. You guys are amazing. Hey, calm down. All right. It's it's beautiful to see the turnout. Again, this is the first time I've done this event, and couldn't be happier. Thank you so much for turning up and giving us a reason to be here with you. So.
So good. So get to meet so many of you, and Liverpool again. I haven't been here either, which is strange. I've been everywhere else in the UK, and I love each place as much as the next, and I never want to leave. I love it here.
You can stay.
Can I? Okay.
There's lots of room.
Mark, how do you enjoy Comic-Con?
You know what's really weird is like all the years that we've been doing conventions, they never let us have the girls in the pants. I mean, unless we're doing a big Comic Con. So the first person that will speak, and it's like Jared or Jensen or Misha or whatever, and then me at the end, the voices get deeper. So it's like, they just go,
They also get deeper as the panel goes on.
yes, we get into this. So it's like,
Just as the seasons went on, all the voices.
But there was like, well, so there's your voice, and I'm used to your voice. I'm like, the familiar sound of Jensen Ackles' voice. And then, hi, I'm so happy to be in there. Like,
I don't know, I'm going to see what I can do.
you're Scottish, it doesn't count. What? What do you think, DJ?
I've had a great time. I think the accent here is so dirty and sexy. Of a hot guy who's gonna wreck your credit.
Which is because they're all actually really Irish. There you are. There you are.
And it all turned against us.
I realize I worked in Liverpool, it's 20 years, but I'm still only 25, so I don't know how that happens. But I have such fond memories of Liverpool, and it's just been great. And yeah, I agree, the accents are just the best.
Oh my god,
I'm not
it's
going to
so
do it.
dirty.
I'm not
I
going to
love
try.
it.
And I love the fact that you think that you've got a dirty accent as a compliment. I love that.
Yeah, the crowd uniformly reacted to that positively. Yes.
Well, it's
he
like the
sounds
Boston
slutty.
accent for us.
Dirty and grimy, baby.
Good night, Demo.
And dirty's my favorite, so that is a compliment.
It is funny, speaking of the pitch of voices, when I came on the show, I was like, oh, I'm going to do it like a deep, gravelly voice. So I came on and I was like, I am an angel of the Lord. And then Jensen was like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
We're already.
I'm the guy at the show with the deep voice. So then he was like, come on, Sam.
Well, have you not watched the show?
I've got that covered. And then I was like, no, fuck you, dude. I'm the only grip you tight and raise you from audition. And then when Mark comes on the show, and he's like, hello there, boys. And all the while, you know, Jared is like, guys, can we just get rid of this?
No, I don't worry about that. I thought you were fucking with me because I've never seen the show when I did the show. In rehearsal, you weren't doing that. You weren't taking it to that level.
DJ, we were fucking with you. That's
Yeah. This whole thing has been fucking with me. No, but we rehearsed together. You had my first ever scene, and you did it in kind of your normal voice, and then you were like, and all of a sudden, and I'm like, is this guy fucking with me?
The furniture starts.
But you weren't.
They put the four of us together, and it was like a disaster. You just see Bob go. How low can you go?
Well, guys, I could fangirl up here, but we know that this is Monopoly events. We're by the fans, for the fans, so let's take it to the fans. What do you say?
What, are we going out to dinner now or what?
Yeah, we're all going to dinner. You buy it?
Yeah, you will.
Yeah. Let's go to microphone number 1 over here on the right. Hi,
What's
guys.
your name? Where are you from? What do you want?
Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm from Blackpool. I'm here with my mother. She's just sat over there. She can't come and do a question because she's in a wheelchair. The mic doesn't work with that.
You're regretting that statement now every second you said it, aren't you?
I just want to say thank you all for being here. We all love you. Mark, we met you in Telford earlier this year, and the words you said just really made our day. And on all our darkest days, we always think of what you said then. But the question is actually for Jensen.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you're talking about Mark?
Yeah. I agree.
I did one of those.
Who are you?
I know.
I don't even know you anymore.
When I'm not with you.
I don't even know you.
But here's the thing, you got to understand that I've been around a lot. I'm old. I've been around a long time. I will tell you this as a fact. I've never said this before. I realized very recently there are so many things that Supernatural taught me, as far as behavior, as far as work ethic, as far as just the way people learn how to come together to solve a problem. And I'm not just, you guys are a beautiful example. They really are a beautiful example. To have a group supporting what it is that we love and we support and we get into, and then having, you know, that idiot building hospitals and bloody schools and whatever, saving people's lives. It's like...
It's the family business.
Yeah.
bickering, arguing, and killing people, which is way more fun. But the truth is the fact that this is a phenomenon for me. And Jensen told me many, many years ago about the decisions that they made when they were starting with Kim and the stuff that was said with Kim, and how you guys made a decision of what your workplace was going to be and how you wanted it to be. And I'm telling you, I can be a grumpy bastard a lot of the time. But the truth
Nobody's disagreeing. Sorry.
but the truth of it is, as a man and as a human being, I owe so much to Supernatural and to you guys. Just for the sheer fact I've never been on any other show or any other situation where the connection between us and the people that support us and love us is bigger than the sum of its parts. It's bigger than anything I've ever been in before. And it just keeps on giving and giving, and it's an extraordinary phenomenon. And the best things that I have in my life, the things that I love so much in my life, apart from my friendships, but the things I've learned and the things that I hold dearest, I think a lot of them have come from hanging out with, I hate saying it, but some rather beautiful people who have been some wonderful examples of how to behave and how to solve problems and do stuff. And I love doing it. And it's just taken me a long time to realise just how special that is, because it's not normal. It's not on every set. It's not in every place.
She's trying to ask a question.
That's the shit I do when you're not here.
Hi.
So the question is from my mother to you, Jensen. Obviously in Supernatural you have the Impala and you call it Baby. If you could choose what type of car you could have, what would you choose and what would you choose to name it?
I would have a 67 Chevy Impala.
Which one?
And I would name it Baby. But here's the thing, not just Baby. I would name it Hero Baby.
Heroes.
And the nice thing about that is that I do have a 1967 Chevy Impala, and it was referred to lovingly as Hero Baby on a show for 15 seasons, and it is now parked in my garage. So I'm good right now.
Is that the one you nearly killed me in going backwards through the head?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's check.
I remember the first time I was in the back of Baby with you driving, Jen.
So do I.
I feel like you gave it extra reverence. I feel like you gave it extra reverence.
I just got that.
Next question.
We'll go to microphone 2 here on the left. Hello.
Hiya. My name's Natalie. I'm coming from Wolverhampton.
I'm sorry.
Unfortunately. I'm in an amateur dramatics group. We do pantomimes every year, and I've learned so much from my fellow actors on stage, even though we're just basically asking about making each other laugh. You guys are all absolutely brilliant actors. What have you learned from each other from being on the show that ran for 15 years?
See, so what I said made sense. Clairvoyant.
In an acting sense.
I learned from Jensen how to be on a set. He's such a great number one. He sets the tone. And when he's directing, it's the most peaceful the set ever is, isn't it? The crew are just like... I wasn't in your episode.
Do you know what they did to him when he was directing? Do you know what they did to him?
I know what they did to him when he wasn't directing.
I don't know this. Tell me.
Okay, he got pie like a gentleman by Jensen. Beautiful pie shot on the thing. Jared hit you with a pie so hard, I think he broke your nose, and it took 45 minutes to do it. You shredded his script 3 times, right? I mean, it was like, the worst was when Jared looked at me and goes, "Hey, Shep, what do you think his car's worth?" They killed you. You got, oh, you were great. Him, he was terrified every minute. What did you learn, Misha, from Jensen?
That wasn't a question.
Oh, talk about what we learned
From
from
each
Jensen.
other.
I got a whole bunch of stuff I learned from Jensen.
Listen, yeah. What?
This motherfucker. So let me tell you what he did. So he's so good at everything. I told him earlier I'm just staying alive to watch him crumble because it will happen hopefully one day, and then I will the wind will naturally take me away to the afterlife. So so we have to do this tap dancing sequence in the last season of the show. So I'm signing at a Creation Con in Burbank, and a producer comes by and says, "Hey, can you dance?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can dance." But so then I get up to shoot the episode, and they show me this 3 minutes choreographed tap dancing sequence, and I'm like, if I grew up gay in the South, if I could tap dance like that, I would already be dead. I never would have made it out alive. I can't do that. And so Jensen was like, it's okay. So they only scheduled 1 rehearsal for us, and you're like, we're gonna have much more than 1 rehearsal. It's gonna be fine. Me and you together, we're gonna be able to do this. He gets off work 15 minutes before I do. Get to the studio 15 from the stage, like the dancing people. 15 minutes before I do. I get there and he knows it already. He's good at everything. It makes me want to kill him, but I do love you.
It's because he's an android. If you look closely, his temples are symmetrical. He's not given.
It's shocking. I love you so much, but I want to hurt you sometimes.
Sam?
When
I learned
people are like,
something
are you
from-
guys really a family? I'm like, yeah, we are.
I learned an acting technique from Dolly Dave. So he is the dolly operator. He pushed the cart that the camera operator was on. And actually, Jim Beaver set an example for me to set, to try to follow on Supernatural. And that was, and by the way, he was just in Liverpool apparently. They wouldn't let him in the convention.
He's right there. Jim, stand up.
He went on the Beatles mystery bus tour, I saw.
He's still there.
So I had a problem because I was a green actor when I first got on the show. I had a problem that like whenever another actor in a scene would, for example, fondle my balls, I couldn't help but laugh. And Jared was almost in every scene we were in together. Like I'd look through the script first. Every time a new script came out, I'd skim through, being like, "Shit, there's another scene with Jared, because I knew he was just going to torture me. And I was constitutionally unable to not laugh when I was being fucked with. So I would watch Jim Beaver, and he was just a stone. It was incredible. I mean, obviously, the man has no feelings, but it was an inspiration, and I was like, that's what I want to be like, even if I have to be lobotomized to get there. And then, but like 2 years went by, and I was still a mess. And then finally one day, Dolly Dave came up to me, and he's like a soft-spoken guy, very smart, always on set with us. And it was a scene where Jared and Jensen were both torturing me. And I was laughing and laughing, and I just wanted to get through it. And he said, "Misha, can I just tell you an idea that you might want to try?" And I was like, "Yeah, what?" And he said, "Well, when they start to mess with you, just try thinking about how much you hate them."
Because that's what Dave has been doing.
Because that's how Dave gets through the day. Anyway, it was very effective.
I will say just real quick that I think that there's a reason that we're all still here talking about this particular project for as long as we have, and it's because, like you said, when you get surrounded by people that kind of elevate your game, you tend to stick with that because it just keeps making life that much sweeter. And this has been that situation for us for quite a long time, and that's why we're still sitting here on the couch together.
Great question, thank you. I'll get to microphone 3 up at the top on the right. Hello.
Hi, from Roxy.
Hi, Roxy.
Hi.
Where are you from? She's from Scotland.
She's from number 3.
I know.
She's from number 3, Bill.
What's that video of like something, it was like a horse that was dying or something that you showed me? It was like, I thought you were dead.
So my question is for everyone. So I gave a...
Can you translate, please?
I gave a CD I made to Misha and Jensen, so I was wondering what's your favourite band or song?
Hold on, really translate for us.
What's your favorite band or song?
I've got Scottish blood. It's just, I hear it. I can hear
It's all the scotch you've been drinking.
it. It might be all the Scotch I drink. That's true. Although we just call it whiskey. Favorite band or song? Stop.
I might say my current favorite band is the Beatles. I did that for Mark because Mark hates the Beatles.
Do you really?
Love John Lennon.
Oh,
And Strawberry Fields.
I thought you were messing around. You really hate the
Strawberry
Beatles?
Fields is here in Liverpool, so there you go.
I've been here before, you know. I played Eric's, I played when it was Brady's, I've played here many, many times. Yeah, many times.
I'm going to say Loud and Sway.
Yeah.
Well, you've got to, don't you?
And then the Beatles.
Who are you going for, Jensen?
I don't say when I was just discussing, it's like that's such a loaded question because you know there's so many, and I know for me music is such a huge part of my life on a daily basis. Like when I first thing like I'm driving the kids to school, like I'm trying to set the tone. I'm playing DJ. I'm trying to set the tone with the music, and each day is different. You know, some days it's classic rock, some days it's hard rock, some days I let my daughter take over and it's just nothing but Taylor Swift. And then some days I take over and it's nothing but Taylor Swift. So that's hard to yeah, it really depends on like where you are, what you're doing, the mood you're in, and how you're feeling. I do know that there is. I'll tell you that there's a song that I've just learned to play on the guitar that I've been singing because I to myself because that's what I do. Like when I need a little break, I'll just escape off and I'll pick up my guitar and I'll just fiddle a little and that's not fiddle a little.
The skittle?
You go too quickly.
I could hear it. I could just hear the brain wave. And it's a song called "Wondering Why." And it's what's the name of the band? The Red Clays, it's I don't know. Look it up. Give it a Google. What? Sing? Yeah, what about you?
The first thing that comes to mind is I'm kind of crazy about Post Malone right now. Yeah, but then I also listen to everything from like Mozart, if I'm in the car alone a lot, to I love the Eagles. They might be my favorite band of all time. And then driving to school or driving from school, I'm not allowed to choose any music. My son, if I'm lucky, will put his music on the car. Otherwise, I have to stay quiet while he's got his AirPods in. Wait.
You got it all wrong.
I do. Well, actually, what happened is I'm like, no, share your music with me, and I'm like, that's giving me an aneurysm. But no, but then he's like, you'll like this one, and he's right. He plays an artist called NF. He's got a boogie with a hoodie. Is that right?
God, we're
A bunch of.
We're
I'm telling you, wait till your kids are teenagers. It's all like sort of melodic rap music, and it's really good. I just don't. None of the names sound like words. So a variety is my answer.
The Schadenfreude for me is that I literally am a musician and I've made records since I was 15 years old and I sold a few records and I played some big gigs and did big tours. And the first record my son did has 800 million streams. He's just produced Miley Cyrus's last record and he's working on the next one and I'm like...
He's like, was this hard for you, Dad?
And I'm like,
This is easy, Pops.
he's going, oh, it's just great, right? It's just jazz, basically. I'm like, he's playing me stuff and her singing, and she's singing like Aretha Franklin. I mean, like, the girl's got pipes like I've never heard in my life. But it's mind-blowing to me. And it comes from the same thing you just said. It comes from exactly what you both just said. Is that when he grew up, he was listening to Al Green, Van, and he's got this thing of music, and that moved into Coltrane, and that moved into stuff that he loves. And now he's making huge commercial pop records, but it's all coming from chords and stuff that he came from listening to Zeppelin or listening to anything that we all love. So it's transcendent to a lot of those things. What about you?
DJ, I want to hear yours because then I have to go. So.
It's Taylor Swift. You need to get out of here. You have to go. I love Taylor Swift. I actually know nothing about Taylor Swift. You have to leave. Ladies and gentlemen.
taken off the stage.
It's like musical chairs. Like,
Say, it's okay, I'm not gonna talk. Oh, there we go. I love Guns N' Roses and Aerosmith.
Oh no, he's coming over.
DJ, did you say Aerosmith? Is that what you-
Yeah, Guns N' Roses and Aerosmith was my first concert. And
Guns N' Roses was your first concert?
Yeah, my dad was 16 when I was born. And, like, we grew up together. He's like, hey, Brandon, do you want to go to a Guns N' Roses concert?
Have you seen them lately?
I totally do.
Yeah.
Have you seen them lately?
Yes.
Yeah, Axl Rose looks like a housewife. Oh. Too much plastic surgery. Stop doing that. Like the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. He looks just like one of them.
Yeah.
Stop doing that. Although I do it too, so I'm not gonna say anything. But I don't push it too far.
Your feet look lovely.
Thanks. 47% of my face is original. I'm going to live forever. Probably not outside of an institution, but I'm going to live forever.
I'll visit you.
Thank you. I know you will. I know you will.
I won't.
I know you won't. I know you won't.
Misha, did you answer?
I did.
Okay.
I think you're afraid to ask any more
We're giggling too much. I can't even remember. Thank you, Roxy. We're gonna go to microphone number 4 on the top left.
Hi, my name's Nikita. I'm Fuel, by the way. I just, I'm so sorry, I'm so nervous.
You got this, girl.
You got you, you're good. Obviously, behind the scenes, there was loads of pranks. Was there ever a prank that you thought maybe you'd gone too far and you were going to get a call from producer in the morning? And if so, what was the prank?
Everyone's looking in the same direction.
How much is Misha's car worth? Is pretty close.
Oh shit.
I'm looking at you.
I mean, I would say one of my favorite pranks. It generally generated from Jared and myself, but every now and again, somebody got us back pretty good. And the one on the end of the couch down here was the recipient of quite a bit of probably harassment is more. and I happened to be out of this situation, so I was just simply an audience member. But Jared and Misha were playing this game. There was a game that was very popular on the phones years ago called Words with Friends, and it was Scrabble effectively. And Misha thought
Jared said, you want to make it interesting? Let's make it $100 a point.
A point.
If you win by 10 points, you'd owe $1,000.
$1,000.
I'll say, no, because that could happen. You could lose by 10 points. I'm not going to give you $1,000. So he said, okay, how about $10 a point? And then
But here's the thing, we've been playing for a while, like all of us. And everybody was relatively about the same.
Everybody in the crew was playing everybody.
Right, but everybody was about
For
the
about
same,
a year.
Talent, like at the same level, yeah.
This particular game, Jared won by 140 points. It's the biggest spread that any of us had ever seen on any game. It was the only one I ever bet on. And so I owed him.
How much was it?
I actually owed him. I owed him 160 points because I owed him $1,600.
It was almost $2,000. I remember it was horrible. It was around $2,000. And of course, Jared, he was like, you don't have to pay me. And Misha was like, no, I'm a man of my word. I will pay you. Just give me a few days. Misha went. We were filming in Canada, and Misha went around to every bank and collected $1,600 worth of coinage. He filled up 5-gallon buckets with coins and drove them to work. And then while Jared and I were on set, proceeded to fill his trailer with a foot deep worth of coins. Pennies, really. And Jared came back and there was $1,600 U.S. Canadian dollars, I think at the time, worth of pennies, and I think they heard the expletives from Jared a few provinces over at that point. But I was really proud of Misha in that moment. I was like, you saved him up, didn't you? You saved him up and you won this one. Yeah.
They didn't used to do me because I sort of had the air of I'm an old, grumpy old man and I might sue.
We did your trailer once.
Yeah, well, it was the girls did my trailer, and I walked in, and the bit that got me is I walked in and there was 750 pictures of Misha in my trailer. My first thought was, oh shit, who's gonna have to clear this up? Secondly, was like, oh my god, there are so many unsold Misha Collins. Poor bastard. I kept the one in my toilet for target practice. And I did find one a year later in my microwave, which I never used. I'm like, it's the same picture. And they duct taped a camera to the inside of my door. And they expected me to like lose it. I thought it was hysterical. I thought it was brilliant. I was like, Jared wrote something rude on the back of my car. And I went to Jared and I went, if you scratch my paint, it's going to cost you $6,000. And he went, sorry. It's really easy to deal with it. Stop. Okay.
DJ, did you get pranked or harassed?
No, it's just like they're not fun to be in a coma around. Like it's very hard to play coma around Jared and Jensen because they're gonna fuck with you, like squirt you with water, or like Jared was like they were like, now we're gonna do footage of DJ in a coma. Unzip his zippers. Zippers are like 4 feet long. Right? Or like I had to take my shirt off and Jared said he was gonna come to work and do jumping jacks or like push-ups behind me. Because I was like, I'm not eating bread this week, so I have to have my shirt off in front of you motherfuckers. And like, well, I'm gonna come and do push-ups behind you. It's like that kind of stuff. But and then Jared once I walked into a scene with these guys and they were looking at like a coroner's report, and I had to take the report and look at it and I asked for it from you, I think, and I get it, and then I look through it and hand it back, so I don't know what it means. And Jared had taken the coroner's report and turned it over and draw stick figures all over it, doing the most terrible things to each other. You've never seen stick figure porn like Jared can come up with. But the thing is, I was just like, I won't let you break. I'm not gonna let you break me. No.
He broke every time.
But here's the thing though, when I break though, it's over. And then the people that broke me get mad at me. So it just is best to not break.
Misha kicked us off set at one point.
Did you?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Tell us about this.
That was relatively early on, and you were relentlessly screwing with me, and it was late at night, and everybody wanted to go home, and I said, "That's it, you two." I couldn't stop laughing.
He was like, I will not perform this scene if you are on the soundstage, which is like the entire building that the whole set is on.
I said, "You two get out of here."
And the producer, the director, and the first AD effectively kicked Jared and I off of set, and he then proceeded to do the rest of the scene with no one there.
Is it good?
Well, actually,
It was one of the best scenes ever.
Jensen recalled this story in the past. You were like, we walked off set. We're like, haha. Wait, did we just get kicked off our own set? And then I thought, like, fuck yeah, I got them. And then Robin Props and our scriptie were reading the Sam and Dean lines. And
Crew people reading our lines for him.
Crew people were reading the lines off camera. But in order for Robin to give the right eye line for Jared, she was like, oh, maybe I'll stand on a chair. She stood on a chair. And then I saw Robin standing on a chair reading the off-camera lines and started laughing.
You know what he did to me at the end of the scene? They'd finished, right? And I had this massive scene, the wake up with the black eyes scene. It was a big deal. And Tom Wright was directing, who I love, absolutely wonderful director. It's so much fun with that man. And I've got this heavy sort of 6-page story, whatever. And you may or because you got to the end of the scene, you might have had a few whiskeys at that point. I mean, a pair of you might have had just a few. Because he's laying in a bed for an hour and doing absolutely nothing. But I literally pooed myself because I'm in the middle of a speech and he leapt out of the bed and went, yeah, so yeah, they could get you.
There's a fine line, you know, in doing what we do, in getting the professional, like getting the job done, getting the work done, and getting it done in a way that we can all be proud of, but also finding ways to have fun getting there. And that's not easy to do, and it's certainly not a thing that is normal in our industry. In really laughing, like I think I've laughed harder on the set of our show than any other, like than in normal places. You know, just going out with friends, and like I laugh harder at work. And I think that that's a testament to the set that was built, not just by Jared, but by everybody collectively. And I think that it speaks volumes in the characters that were written and the people that they hired to play them, and the personalities that were all kind of this dysfunctional family. We had so much family nonetheless. And we had so much fun doing what we did, and I think that that's one of the main reasons that it lasted for as long as it did.
It's the kind of, you work hard, you play hard. You work hard, you play hard. And also, if anybody was ever taking it way too seriously, you were screwed. That was it. That was the end of it.
It's a steam valve. Like sometimes things would get like a little tired, like we'd get, and then something would either be created or just happen organically, and everyone would laugh. I'd get in trouble because my mascara would be running. And then we'd reset, and then we'd be able to just get right back on track. You had to.
Playing at the highlight. Wasn't the crew naked when you came around a corner one time?
We don't talk about that.
I mean, that's brilliant. I mean, it's just, it's the willingness. I mean, when we did the end of season 8, which is like my favorite thing I think I've ever done, ever as an actor, you know, which was, what, 2 days of us being in that room doing what we do, and it was the top of the game. I will tell you this. That crew didn't make a sound between shots for 2 days. They have a right to make a sound. They have a right to talk. They have a right to live. And they didn't make a single sound. And we worked solidly for 2 days and did some of the best stuff we'd ever done. Certainly the stuff for me and Jared was like...
Yeah, because everybody knew when it was time to lock it in and lock it up. Everyone did. And then when we didn't have to, we really messed around. We really messed around a lot.
But it's a phenomenon. It's not normal, and I don't know. It's kind of a beautiful thing. And the further I get away from it, the more I miss it. I truly miss it with all my heart because it's a special thing. But I hope that in anything that I do, I get to carry a bit of it with me. You know, because it's a lovely lesson.
Speaking of locking it up, when I'll lock it up here. In the final, in Castiel's declaration of love scene / death scene at the sorry, spoiler. That was for me on the show. That was the apex of emotionality, and it was also the culmination of 12 years on the show. It was the last scene that I shot. It was Castiel's goodbye. It was Castiel's goodbye to Dean. It was Castiel's goodbye to the world. It was also my goodbye to the cast and crew. And so it was very emotional. And Rob Hader, who was our stunt coordinator, like saw me sort of over in the corner, just like trying to just stay in an emotional space, which is not something we do very often, or did very often on Supernatural, but it is something that we did when we needed to on Supernatural. We could fuck around, but then when there was that moment where you really needed to have that particular, when you needed to lock it up, everyone kind of keyed into it and paid attention and really respected it without anyone having to say anything. And I mean, it's like a basketball team that gets to know each other really well and just like everybody knows the dynamics. Rob Hader saw me off in the corner of the stage, sort of in the dark, and he just, wordlessly, took me by the hand, brought me over to a chair, and then stood like 10 feet away and
Told everyone to leave you alone.
and just like guard me so that everyone would leave me alone. And then when they called for me on the walkies to come to set, he came and just tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Ready when you are," and then escorted me to the set. Not his job at all, like not anything anyone ever talked about, but he was just like, "You just saw, we need to protect this particular moment," and it was exactly what I needed. It was super helpful and just really keyed in and lovely. But we did have that kind of crew. Like the crew it was the kind of crew that would notice when you needed anything, and also were willing to take their clothes off to fuck with it.
Hi guys, thanks for coming to Liverpool. You guys mean so much to me. My question is for Jensen and Misha. I just wanted to know when you first, sorry Mark, I just wanted to know when you first met in 2008, what did you guys think of each other?
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
Who's this idiot trying to do a low voice? Obviously, I mean, I didn't know what the plan for this character was at that point. Just knew that there was somebody new coming in, going to create some waves for this particular moment in the story. They had not thought, they don't, and I don't even know if they knew. I mean, they were just kind of like, hey, we're gonna bring you back from the dead, and it's gonna be because there's an angel, and then he's gonna reveal himself to you, and it's gonna be like, holy shit. And that's the whole story of that season.
I don't think any of us were supposed to stay more than a minute.
What? Yeah, I wasn't either. This was supposed to be the Jared Padalecki show.
Thought it was. Well, he thought it was.
Still does. So Misha comes on, and it's obviously the barn scene, and although we've got a few barn scenes now, and we won't talk about the other one. And Indy comes, and I'm working with Jim at the time, and I think Jared's like, you know, off doing something, and he's going to be in the later scene. And I think we've told the story a million times, but the first shot of him coming through and the lights are sparkling, and he's, you know, walking doing, and he comes up and he says it, which is exactly what it sounded like to me. And so I'm like, oh, okay, that's a choice. And a few moments later, walking back to the trailer, and Jared catches up with me, and he's like, hey, how's the new guy? And I'm like, shh, it's right there. And he was sitting at the end of the grip truck, which, you don't do, because that's where they load in and out all the equipment, and he's sitting on the lift gate. And I guess nobody, but he's like all kind of like, he's maybe mumbling his lines or something, and I'm like, there's the freak. I don't think I said freak. I can say it now, but I didn't. I was like, that's him right there. And Jared's like, is he not? I'm like, I don't know. I think he's kind of in his character right now. He's making some choices. He's like, are they good choices? I'm like, jury's out. Jury's out. At this point, we're not sure. And obviously, like as the story unfolded and we worked more together, I still was wildly confused, and still am today. and how, no, it was, he definitely didn't come on, and this was something I'll give you credit for. He didn't come in trying to make friends. He came in going like,
yes, I did! That was me trying to make friends!
You're really bad at it. He came in he was like, I'm gonna do this thing and we'll see what happens. But I feel like that's one of the reasons why I did and do respect him so much, is because he was like, I'm gonna commit to this, and I'm gonna make it the best I can. And he did, and he has, and he continues to. And that's one of the reasons why.
Please don't do it.
Well, guys, we could sit up here and fangirl for longer than we have time for, but we have to let them get back to the autograph area. So any final words for your adoring fans in Liverpool? We just want to say thank you for making memories with us. But any final words, guys? You have the floor.
Thank you so much. It's so nice to have everyone who's ever watched Supernatural in the UK here in we're very grateful that you show up and that you show us so much love, and hope that you know that it's reciprocated. We can't wait to see you again.
I couldn't think about it myself. Thanks, brother. That's right. We love you guys.
There's a reason why we come to this, and we've told you this many times, and it is the most extraordinary experience. We love you very much. Our lives would be very different without you. They really would be very, very different without you. Thank you for sharing Supernatural with your friends and your kids. And it just keeps on going and keeps on going. And it's the most wonderful, wonderful experience. We love you very much. And you've made such a difference to us in our lives. And the fact that we get to travel and see your beautiful faces, it means the world to all of us. I know that as a fact.
I know, I'm sure all of us are told over and over that this show changed your life or helped your life or made things better for you in some way, and I can't express how much that is the case for me. This show changed my life. The fandom support and just getting to know so many of you has changed my life and impacted the way I view things, the way I feel, and just my actual life. Like this was something I was a part of for 15 years, which doesn't happen, and I marvel at it, and I don't even try to understand it because you can't. It's magic, and I accept it, and am grateful for it, and grateful for you. So, thank you.
Yeah, look, thank you for coming. Thank you for giving us a reason to share in something that we love so dearly, that is so special to us. But it really is special to us because it's special to you. Without you guys, this doesn't happen. This is a, when we say family, you are incredibly ingrained in the fabric of what that means. So thank you for being a part of that. Thank you for bringing us here. We will continue to follow you if you continue to have us. Always. Love you. Thank you.